Hello friends! I have sort of like a really weird angle today because I'm using my tripod and I don't know what it's gonna look like. So this is my desk and I just made myself a snack. And one of my favorite snacks is just an apple and cinnamon. And I'm gonna eat this snack and also kind of plan out what I'm gonna practice or doodle or something. I also have some rooibos tea that I am drinking. You can see all my fancy things on my desk. I'm not that fancy. You can see, I just hooked up these speakers to my computer. I have two of them, there's another one over there. And a subwoofer underneath my desk. And I haven't had these hooked up all year. And I just did now, and I was listening to some Prokofiev, and holy smokes, it sounds so good. I'd play a little bit right now, but I don't know if that would be so relaxing. Okay. So I'm doing some journaling. This book I use to journal about sort of more music side of my life. So I use a lot of positive talk and encouragement, and also plan and speak kindly to myself. My window's open, I apologize, so that's why it's a little bit noisy. Anyhow. I like to make doodles too. Well, I draw maybe flowers. If I feel like. Or letters. Almost like a mandala. Eating an apple. I don't know if this is relaxing at all. Maybe it is. Maybe it's just boring. I've been thinking a lot about love recently. and finding love, finding true love. Because I don't know, I had something for a long time. Was very certain that I had met my soulmate, and I still kind of am. That this person was my soulmate, and we were together for a very long time, but there was just something that was not aligning in our lives anymore, where we got along so well in kind of a friendship kind of way, but there was no romance. And so we ended our relationship as a romantic couple, and we'd given ourselves time to grow at space so that we could move on, because we thought that if we had a friendship immediately it would be too intense because we were together for so long. And it wasn't the easiest, but it was definitely the right decision. But I know that we both, when we have both checked in with each other once in a while, we both do very miss one another in a friendship kind of way, because maybe I don't know, maybe I still do believe that we do have this soulmate kind of connection, and it's the same kind of connection you might have with a best friend or someone you meet. And I do have other friends that I have good connection with, but when you have been with somebody for so long, you know everything about them. It's kind of weird to have that connection or to find that again. So I have been seeing other people and having crushes on other people, but sometimes I get sad or realize, or this fear that, what if we don't have the same kind of connection that I have with my ex? Not that I would go back, because with my ex we didn't have the romance. And so this confuses me sometimes. That do I have way too high expectations to expect both? Or am I thinking too hard for it, or am I going to try and force it? And I try and be aware of this when I meet new people. That if it's going to happen, it'll just happen. And some things do happen. But it's weird to think that that sort of love, the actual love for one another, takes a long time. It doesn't happen right away. Infatuation does, and that can lead to it. But a part of me is lazy, I have to stick it out and see. I just want to be super efficient, but life doesn't work that way. Something very important that I've been thinking about, that I think is very important, is having this self-love and knowing exactly who I am, which I feel like I do, which I may have not when I had tumbled into these other relationships a long time ago. 6 years is a long time. You can grow significantly as a person, and I have. So, always knowing what I am and what I want comes first. And maybe initially when I had started dating, I was way too independent. Almost so much so that it was not I was not willing to let anybody in again. Now that it's the summer, and I'm reminding myself to be vulnerable, to be easygoing, still have self-love, and balancing the act of surrendering or vulnerability with trust in myself and in others. And those two, how they work together so closely. To do what I like. But then if I do want to share something with someone, to do it. Not to be just completely on my own. And to know that just as a decent human being, I should sacrifice. Make sacrifices in my own life for someone. I think I was afraid to going back to how I used to be, which was give up everything that I cared about for somebody else. Which sounds very romantic, and sometimes it is, and sometimes it's necessary, and I have done that. But I lost track of my own self. Now that I know who I am, I need to I think that I am ready to make more sacrifices for others and to help others more. It's a weird balance, knowing taking care of yourself so that you can take care of others, you know? You can't just, like, you can give up everything and just always try and please other people, but then it makes your own life not as satisfying because you don't know who you are, or you don't ever go with what you want, and that sometimes is so important, to go with what you want, but not from a selfish point of view, but from a self-care kind of point of view. It's weird to think about, or I don't know, I feel like I have to think about these sort of things. Some people don't, they're just great the way they are. And I wish I was that perfect. I take that last sentence back. Because I believe that we are all perfect. We're all just different. And we all just have a different path leading us to figuring out where we need to be. My path right now is leading me through this apple like a worm. Anyhow, I live by a busy street and my window's open. So you can probably hear some construction. And I'm gonna practice long tones. And if you can hear that humming in the background, I think it's construction or something, I'm not too sure. It is a C sharp, which I've discovered while playing tones. It's not perfectly in tune C sharp, but it's a C sharp. Have a fantastic day, and I hope maybe you can share your thoughts on love. It's so, there's no answers, right? Okay, bye-bye.